On the sprinkler and just lay it.
I think we all want to do that today. PDRA, good afternoon. We are live from Virginia Motorsports Park at the Media Centre here. We've got number one in the points chase, the
I didn't know that.
the nitrous component of the bottle versus blower race tomorrow evening. Mr. Jason Harris, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Rick.
You're out here doing a little bit of testing today.
A little bit, yeah. We tested yesterday, made a couple of runs. We want to get some heat laps, obviously. Temperature, track's awesome, really. Just, I think, same scenario as Michigan. The track is better than the air. Made some good runs yesterday. Tried to make one earlier today, just early click off. Tried to get in line. We've had some issues today, some other things going on. A lot of people testing, but so far the program's working great. We're coming off Michigan with a win, and Hoosier's been real good to me. And they provided me with a new set of tires we're trying out, and they seem to work really well.
Okay. And they're round and they're black.
They're round and they hold air.
Well, that's three important things on a tire, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, it's midway in the season.
Yep.
You're leading the points. You've made a couple of statements that you want to push hard.
Yeah, we do. I mean, right now it's a battle of attrition. You got to just make laps. You got to make round by round. You got to race the track. You got to race the air, and you got to race the guy next to you. You can't really move past round by round. That's kind of what you got to do. And a lot of tough competitors. I mean, like I say, if you can qualify in this top 16, anybody can win at this point in time. And you've got some heavy hitters that are out there that really know their cars. That got seasons on their cars that are better racers than I am, truthfully. But you got to get there, and you got to have a better run and a better package than they do for that round, and that's what it's going to take. You're just going to have to keep your head above water and just keep on making strides and making moves.
And you talk about a better package. It's tight out there, 1 to 16. There's not a lot of difference. As a driver, the pressure's on you to do your job at the tree.
It definitely is, and that's what I think happened in Michigan. In Michigan, I didn't have the fastest car every round. Obviously qualified number one, but that there was some stroke of luck that came in that, and. Tommy and Jay and Lizzie seemed to be having some problems. Randy had to run earlier in the pack for the bottles versus blowers thing, and it wasn't as good. And then unfortunately Scott Blake had the wreck, and that pushed the air quality better for me because it was at the end. And
it's late.
Yeah, it was late, and that was some luck of the draw for us. And now we go into this race, and you really don't know what you're going to get round by round. I mean, it's been 140-degree track temperature today, and tomorrow we may have some incidents where it gets pushed back a little later, and we really don't have any good runs at night in this kind of air on this type of surface. So right now we're just we're just trying to play it by ear and just kind of go. We're making smart decisions, but it's one of those things you've got to really just pay attention to your car and pay attention to your racetrack and go from there.
Okay, now you mentioned the surface.
Yep.
It's hot out there, but we've seen that the surface has held up under that condition. We were out last night at Hooters doing the pre-event race, and they told me that you laid down a decent number in the evening.
I did, yeah. Well, it was around 3 or 4 o'clock, I think I made a good run. We made a good run earlier in the day. We went 72 yesterday in the heat, and I feel like that was really strong. And today, earlier, it was a really good run. I didn't really change much and went out there, and the surface is really smooth. Like I say, the track prep is a lot better than the horsepower we have to contain with. And now it's just, you got to get it through the shake zone and get it out the back at a decent enough time. So.
Okay. Joe, got any questions for this young man?
I guess the question would be, do you feel like you've kind of gotten over the hump? It had to be on the back of your mind the whole time, and you can win because you was it 14, right?
Yeah.
7 or 8 races in a well, I don't know if they were in a row, but that year.
Yeah, we did.
It takes a lot to get that. That's quite an achievement. And then have some down period. And I know when you're down in dumps, it's harder. It's a mental thing.
It is.
Both ways.
It's harder to. It's easier to fall off the mountain than it is to crawl out of the ditch.
Right.
So in 14, we had a great year. I mean, it's just astronomical. Can't ask for anything better than what I had. I drove good. The car ran good, and we had some luck. And I think that's what it takes. It takes a lot of luck plus a lot of preparation. That some man said that luck is, preparation done over and over again, and it's when opportunity meets your preparation. And I think that's part of it. And yeah, I've had struggle. I struggled for 2 years, and we would get to that point. I'd be like, I'm almost there, and then something stupid would happen. Either I would mess up, or a car would mess up, or breakage, whatever it is. And in this level, you have to be spot on. And it's just who messes up when. and who's beside you, and you really just getting over that hump was a major factor for me because I had forgotten what it felt like to win. I mean, I was going to the racetrack not with the option in my mind that I was going to win. I mean, I was there just to try to see if I could make rounds. And I want to say about the semis in Michigan, I really got to the point where I was like, hey, you know what? This could really happen. And I mean, I've got to play it smart and do my thing and drive. And I was driving good in Michigan, and the car was running decent. And I think when you put those two packages together, you're going to get a successful race.
Winning becomes a habit, doesn't it?
Winning becomes a habit, but as hard as it is out there now, I mean, there's a lot of guys that have been to a lot of races for a lot of years and still haven't won. And you know, I'm one of the fortunate ones that have won quite a few. It's tough. It's tough out there. But kudos to the guys that get beat down and beat down and beat down and beat down because I've been there. I mean, I've been on top of the mountain. I've been beat. I mean, 15 was the worst year you could ask for me. And I've been just beat down in the gutter. And you know, you just gotta hold your head up, keep going. I mean, eventually it will turn around for you. If, like I say, preparation meets opportunity, you will come out on top.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Well, I got to talk about the battles versus blowers.
Well, I made the error today of obviously telling a few people that I'm a blower guy. And Tommy Franklin tells me that,
You're an Australian.
man,
That's
they make so much noise, they're so dirty, and they're still so slow.
They make so much. I can't even hear my car over there, and they need to put mufflers on. You know?
Well, you shouldn't have that problem because he's going to be like so far in front of you.
He made a good lap earlier today. I got a little worried. I heard his increments. He had a little problem. Chuck's a really good guy. He's a really good driver. I've known him for a long time. I mean, you know, we're not, you know, best buddies. We don't go play golf by any means, but at the racetrack, you know who Chuck Kolsch is in the 10.5 world, and now he's in Pro Boost, and he's been to every final this year. And, you know, he had some bad luck, and now he's won. Me and him were drinking some beers at the finals at the Winter Circle in Michigan, and, you know, I feel like I've got something for him. I'm going to bring it out for the nitrous guys because it's so hot out there. Those blowers are going to be choking for air.
And you all cheat because you make your own
We
atmosphere
make
out of
our
a
own
little bottle.
atmosphere, that's right. Little bitty bottle. We shove enough in there to make up for it. And
Well, I'm sure all the blower guys, whenever we go live, the pro nitrous guys are on there. They love you guys, so they'll be rooting for you, and it will be very interesting to see who comes out on top.
It should be a good, interesting race. I hope it comes down to a driver's race, and maybe not so much about the combination, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Chuck's a good guy, and I'm a good racer, so it should be probably one of the best ones we had this year.
Well, the bottles are 0-1, so it's up to you, son. There's no pressure.
No pressure at all. That's all right. That hot air is going to choke that blower. It's not going to be able to breathe.
Okay. We won't bring up the word choke anymore. All right, so thanks so much, PDRA. We've got Jason Harris speaking to us as points leader and the bottle representative, bottle versus blower. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Brett.
Now standing against the
Good
wall
job,
and get
you
your
guys.
photos.
Okay.
Nice job. Hey, Missy.
Roger,
I know. She was standing right there, and I started to say,
can you come and
"Just look at
please
those over there."
please take Jason's photo, please?
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you still going here, Nick?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. I can edit that later.